Greetings, fellow Caped Crusaders! Tiki here, and welcome to something that I probably should have waited a couple hours to do because Blue Dragon 5 is not here and he's kind of the expert on the subject. But, alas, I'm doing it anyway. Scheduling got mixed up. I have a date to go see Godzilla tonight at the time that I was going to record the video with Blue Dragon 5. So Blue Dragon 5, if you're watching this, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I still want to get this video out tonight because it's the last day of their Kickstarter. So let's just get right to it. I am going to give my support to the Super Academy YouTube channel. Now, what is the Super Academy channel, you ask? Well, I didn't know a mere couple months ago either. Blue Dragon 5, my dear compatriot, introduced me to them. And I've really enjoyed all the stuff they've been doing. I really, beyond anything else, let me just say, these guys kind of have audience interaction down. Like, I really love the live shows that they do. Specifically, I wasn't able to attend this for long, so I wasn't able to, like, actually submit a character or anything for it. But I did see when it was going on, they were doing, like, this live stream of, you know, when you could, like, submit a character, and I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that, they'd, like, draw the character for you, you know, like, live, and it's like, that's so cool, you know, because that's the kind of stuff I like to do, too. Like, I like to use this little Google Hangout function that we have now on the YouTubes. And, you know, I actually like to do fun stuff with it. Granted, I don't have much of an audience to work with right now, at least not much of a live one, but, you know, but I digress. You know, I really do appreciate as much audience interaction and audience participation as possible. Like, that's, so I really respect that about these guys, just right off the bat. They started a Kickstarter around April. I believe they've already exceeded their goal. And so, you know, they're just shooting for the stars now. You know, they're just shooting for however high they can get. I don't know if they have another goal or whatnot. But today, it's your last chance to donate. And I believe they have some pretty cool perks. If I'm not mistaken, probably something to do with incorporating you into the episodes in some way. I could be totally wrong about that, so I'm totally sorry if I am. But what is Super Academy? Beyond just being just this awesome resource for, you know, for interaction with their fans, which, you know, of course, I very much appreciate. Yes. Super Academy, they put on a pilot episode. They are a web series. And, I don't know, to describe them, it's basically just sort of superhero shenanigans going down in a high school. I mean, I could make all kinds of, like, comparisons, like, oh, it's a comedy version of X-Men, or, oh, it's kind of a lighter version of Kick-Ass. Actually, I kind of think it is sort of a weird hybrid of X-Men and Kick-Ass, to tell you the truth, because the characters have powers, but they're kind of downplayed a little bit. I don't know, it's interesting, because the pilot episode of this series really gets you into the head of two main characters. Oh god, there's a Power Kid, who is this young, enthusiastic freshman who just enrolled, who harbors a dark secret. Oh noes. And then there's also, speaking of dark, we have Dark Cop. And let me just say, I love this character. Just, oh my god. It's basically like, what if Batman, by being Batman, made himself totally just a social recluse in high school? And that would happen, right? Like, now I want to see Gotham tackle Bruce Wayne in high school even more, just because I want to see that sort of social awkwardness come out. But this kid was great. I do know that there's going to be some actor changes between the pilot episode and the new stuff they're coming out with, and forgive me, I just do not know what those changes are, so I'm just going based off what I saw in the pilot. So for all I know, you know, the the guys I like the most, you know, are not going to be in the new stuff, but still, it's definitely worth checking out. So we're introduced to these two characters in very good ways. Dark Cop has a run-in with, I believe, kind of a nerdy student over, he's accusing him of stealing a pen or something like that. Because Dark Cop, he's really OCD about, like, every little thing he has, and every object he has a tracking device and everything. So, they play around with that whole, like, Batman element of it, really, really fun stuff. So the principal or the dean or what have you of the Super Academy orders Dark Cop to attend a freshman meet and greet. And, so Dark Cop walks in and he's like, oh, what's the line? It's great. This is probably my favorite moment of the entire episode. He's just like, do you feel like you're in a comfortable and relaxed setting? No. It's like he literally yells it as he sits down. He's like, "Are you in a comfortable and relaxed setting?" Okay, that was easy. I don't know, something like that. I'm not doing it justice at all. I really am not. It was gold though. I laughed my ass off at that part. And then we're really properly introduced to the Power Kid character, trying to mingle and socially interact with people, and he's kind of feeling like, maybe he hasn't done some of the achievements that these other kids have done. There's this great shot of, like, this superhero guy, and he's just like, yeah, I saved the day yesterday, ha 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 ha, and it's totally, like, reminiscent of, like, the jock, the football hero in high school, and how you just feel like you're nothing compared to those kinds of people. So very relatable stuff here, very relatable. And then, of course, Power Kid sits down opposite Dark Cop, and Dark Cop is just like, damn it. Because he knows this kid could use a hand. And so Dark Cop makes an appointment with Power Kid, and they get him a new costume, which basically results in just Power Kid wearing a mask, and that's that. And then, but treachery is afoot. Oh no. Because it turns out that Power Kid's father is an evil, Bane-like supervillain. Pardon me for forgetting the supervillain's name. Yeah, so that's kind of an interesting curveball thrown to the mix. And then we have kind of the final encounter. Power Kid is pursued by Dark Cop because he's got a tracking device on the mask that Dark Cop lent him. And and then the whole situation just kind of erupts. And I really like the line, I really like how Dark Cop kind of just explains that, yeah, I told you there wasn't anything relevant that I found out about you, because there's this whole running joke about Dark Cop doing background checks on everyone, which is totally something Batman would do in high school. But, I really liked that detail where it's like, it doesn't matter who your parents are, dude. You're you, and you ended up in this academy, so there's got to be something good about you. So I really like that message. I don't know. It was sweet. So, man, this thing had a lot going for it. You know what I mean? It's a 20-minute web series. I mean, the cinematography was really good. It all looked pretty crisp. It didn't look like it was shot on cheap cameras or anything like that. It all looked really nice. Good costumes. I would have liked a little more development on other characters, but I just assume, we really just got into the relationship between Dark Cop and Power Kid, which I assume is going to be the forefront of the series. So that's good, But I'm interested to see what other characters we can come up with. And of course, Power Kid's dad is going to be a pretty good villain if they intend to stick with him as a villain. Power Kid's sister is actually an interesting character because she's got this whole dynamic of, she wants to be independent, and yet the dad is just like, constantly lording over her, and they make a joke about that. So I sense some development for her in the future. Oh yes. And I mean, yeah, that's about it. It was just really well put together. They established the two characters just really well, had them in a good situation. By the end of it, they were kind of joking around with each other. It felt very natural, you know what I mean? It felt like it achieved exactly what a good pilot episode should. It kind of introduced the world, introduced the tone, really got the ball rolling on the two main characters, and sort of brought the first conflict into the mix. So yeah, well done, guys. I really, really appreciated it. Sorry, I'm like way late to the party on it. And I just want to say, you know, it's like I know that this video is coming out like way late. Like me and Blue Dragon 5 been wanting to do this for at least a couple weeks now, review the pilot episode in support of the Kickstarter. But you know, if you guys can donate to it at all, just, you know, go ahead. That's great. I'm sure they'll appreciate it. I'll be sure to include a link right down there in the description. Although actually I might not be able to get to the. We'll see how fast this video uploads. I'm gonna have to leave for Godzilla pretty soon. So. But I digress. Maybe I'll leave the link in the comment. Whatever. I'm sure I can figure something out. Okay, so that's it. That's all I have to say. Just fantastic web series, really good acting, really good chemistry between the two leads. Like I said, I know there's some actor changes, so oh god, I feel bad that Blue Dragon 5's not here and I couldn't wait for him, because I'm sure he would have way more accurate information and way more to say about this than I do. But still, just even from the limited amount of stuff I've been able to see from these guys, like I said, I can tell that they're very dedicated to their fan base. They're very dedicated to interacting with them, which I can totally respect. I think that's just super cool the way they do it. And you know, the end result, I think, is a really good product. Like, I'd really like to follow these characters, especially Dark Cop, man. Like, oh, Dark Cop is so lovable. So, all right, I mean, that's really all I have to say about it. Like I said, if you guys want to donate to their Kickstarter, just go ahead and click that link, and I hope that link will be up by the time I leave to see Godzilla, so fingers crossed on that. So, all right, guys, yeah, here's to Super Academy, and here's to many more great episodes in the future. Looking forward to seeing what you guys come out with next.